क्रिकेट की पिच पर कई कीर्तिमान अपने नाम करने वाले सचिन तेंदुलकर अपने अनुभवों से समाज में बच्चे और युवाओं को प्रेरित करने का काम कर रहे हैं। सचिन करोड़ों देशवासियों के चहेते और उनके रोल मॉडल हैं। वो अपने आप में किसी संस्थान से कम नहीं हैं।
Hi, sir. You're a legend, and it's absolutely phenomenal having you here talking to you. It's absolutely amazing.
Always a pleasure.
My name is Dhruv Bindra.
And my name is Faridhi Puri, sir. You are an inspiration, as Dhruv said, to every child watching here today. And so let's begin.
Yeah, sure. So, sir, we just celebrated World Children's Day, and I want to ask you, according to you, what makes this day so significant?
I think this day is really, really special and for children across the world. I think it's all about, giving them responsibility, giving them freedom, and allowing them to express themselves. Today's generation, I find, they have incredible ideas. They surprise you, and especially being a parent, I know. So I spend time with my children, and I know exactly how they think. But the best part about 20th November is children will be raising voice for younger children who are disadvantaged, who are vulnerable, and sometimes they don't get in life what they are meant to, which is their right. And I think it is a great platform for all of you. You are the next generation. You're going to take over the world. And that is really important. We need to understand how you think, but also it is a learning experience for you guys. To go out, be fearless. Sometimes it's okay to experiment. We also did the same thing on the field. Not always we succeeded in trying to do various things. There were occasions where we faced failure, but we learned from our mistakes, and that is what life is about. We make mistakes, but we keep getting better and better. And here is an opportunity to keep getting better and better. And UNICEF, I think they've played a massive role in starting this movement of going blue. And none other than Rashtrapati Bhavan.
Blue.
They've gone blue. I mean, this is a huge honor. I think this movement is really special, and it just makes me feel special that I'm part of this movement, and a great initiative where children have the platform to express themselves.
So, sir, in the context of schools, sports is such an integral part of all students' lives. And so how can we stress upon sports even more today?
For me, sports is everything. I think it is. School days are possibly the best days of your life. You make friends who stay with you forever. And I feel the atmosphere in any school is better when education and sports, they both work together in partnership. Children also perform better when they have a stress buster, and I call stress buster. Whenever I went on the field, I thought I was able to express myself and set myself free and do whatever I wanted to do. With education also, I think today there is so much pressure on children. I think it is important to somehow divert their mind somewhere else for a while. That is one point. But I think something which is really, really important is sports. To me, it doesn't recognize your religion, the color of your skin, your bank balance, nothing. Everyone is equal. That platform is equal for everyone, be it a boy or a girl. It really doesn't matter. And I've come across, we've attended few cricket camps just now, and I've come across youngsters where girls are pushing boys like anything. So, if anyone is still thinking that boys are better than girls, my friends, you need to start thinking differently. So I think that is really important. we Indians, I think we have a tendency to lead sedentary lifestyle. So that needs to change. And that message sometimes doesn't go from top to bottom. Now it's time for us to change those things. We need to go from bottom upwards. And that's why I feel we need to have sports at a grassroots level. Sports should be made compulsory in each and every school. And children should adapt a different lifestyle. I think they should be taught in schools what to eat and when to eat and how much to eat. We feel everything can be consumed all the time. That doesn't work, and that's the reason when it comes to obesity, we are number 3 in the world. And that's one number that I am surely not proud of. We as a nation can surely get fitter, and the movement needs to start from the grassroots level. I feel we are also a diabetic capital of the world. There are reasons for that. And to change these things, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a while, but I feel today's generation is more aware of their nutrition, what to eat and what not to eat, and they are conscious. I mean, I was talking to both of you and you both said we like training, which is fantastic. So continue to be ambassadors, of living a good lifestyle, a healthy and fit lifestyle. And that starts from the grassroots level. So it's having sports in school, I feel, is an integral part of your overall development.
I completely agree. So, and picking up from there, now my next question is going to be about a problem that the vast majority of children in our country face. Now, with the rise of academic pressure, children find themselves in a world devoid of sports. In addition to, as you mentioned, how schools should incorporate sports in a daily curriculum, how can stakeholders in society, be it the government or other organizations, find a pragmatic way and finally just rectify this issue?
So first of all, I feel it is wrong for parents to pressurize their children to study, because sometimes parents leave home, they come back in the evening and they ask their child, how much have you studied? Ideally, I would want them also to ask them, how much have you played? I think that is really important. And when it comes to scoring X number of percentage in your exams, I think with sports being made compulsory in schools, should also, there are already grades when you represent at national level or state level or district level, and that should happen in all schools. I feel it shouldn't be just for few schools. It should become mandatory in all schools, and that way what is going to happen, the parents who are chasing those high percentages all the time will be forced to send their child to play some sport, hoping that the child plays represents the state or national level or district level, whatever, but you have a scope to score more marks. I find it is important for parents to spend more time with their child and understand the strengths of that child, their likes and their dislikes, what they want to be in life. It's not about the parent's dream, it is about the child's dream. And how do you encourage your child in that direction, and how you guide them, you direct them, becomes really critical here. Parents should never compare their child with someone else's child. I think they are individuals, we need to respect that, and we need to judge them what they are and how best they can be, rather than वो एक टेंडेंसी होती है कि ना वो बाजू वाले का लड़का बहुत अच्छे मार्क्स स्कोर कर रहा है, you need to score better than him. That attitude has to change. When you decide, okay, this is what I want to be and this is the best that I can be, and chase your own targets, that is really important. When you start competing, you are actually chasing someone else's target. Who knows? I mean, if someone else can get to a level of 5 and your capability is 9 or 10, by scoring 6 you are actually under delivering to yourself. So don't compare yourself to anyone else, and this is my message to parents also. Please don't do that. Give every child the freedom that they want with responsibility. Is also a message to all the children across the world that responsibility and freedom go together. So when you have your freedom, it comes with responsibility. Respect your elders and listen to them. I think that is really important, and when all these things work together, I feel the results follow. So this is my message to all the parents, how one could get the best out of your child.
We are really blessed that so many people in our country is full of sports lovers, everyone is interested, but not a lot of children are nowadays playing sports, actively going out. So what are your thoughts about that?
It's good that children want to go out and play, and the more they play, the better it is for their health, I feel. As I mentioned earlier, that we are the diabetic capital of the world and obesity number 3. And then the UN report also says that from 2012 to 2030, India would end up spending $6.3 trillion when it comes to addressing all the non-communicable diseases. So which is a large number. Yes. So by staying fit and healthy, can you imagine, even if you are able to bring that number down by 10 or 20%, can you imagine the number of dollars or now the money that we can use constructively, rather than spending that money on hospitals. I think there are better ways to use that money constructively, and it will have a direct impact on our nation. And I feel that impact is going to be so positive that 15 years down the line, when we look back as a healthier nation, as a fitter nation, it will give us a reason to smile, and that is what I feel is really, really important. And that movement starts from the grassroots level. Suddenly overnight you're not going to become extremely fit and healthy, but it is a gradual process, and it is not something where, okay, if I do it for a month, I'm going to be fine for the rest of my life. You wake up every morning, it's exactly like brushing your teeth every morning. It's exactly like having a shower, exactly like having proper meals. You need to look after your body every day. Every day.
Right. So I think you previously mentioned about how you personally feel that nowadays girls and boys have equal opportunities to play, right? But for me, unfortunately, in my community, I don't see the same. What would your message be on this aspect, right?
I think it is extremely important that a girl child has the same opportunities as a boy child. The tendency is still in certain areas. I think the tendency is, मेरे बेटे को जाने दो बाहर सीखने के लिए, बेटी घर पे बैठेगी और घर का काम संभालेगी. That has to change, without any doubt. And India has given reason enough to understand the things have changed completely. I mean, you look at how many girls today are wanting to become like Hima Das.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, thousands and thousands of girls are wanting to follow her footsteps. There are so many sporting models that we have. The heroes of various disciplines. Now we have Mithali Raj, Saina, Sania, Sindhu. I mean, the list is endless, and I want to congratulate and thank their parents for supporting them, because if they had thought otherwise, we would never have got all those medals and glory. And it is so important, and I'm sure people are realizing this, and more girl child are being encouraged to go out and play any sport that they want, to be whatever you want to be in life. I think it is not just again about playing sport. There are so many girls who aspire to be celebrity chefs. The field is open for everything now, and that is the beauty of this generation. I think it's not confined to just 3 or 4 things that you can manage. I mean, the field is open for you to express yourself, to be what you want to be what you aspire to be. So that's the beauty, and for that we require equal platforms for both a boy child and a girl child.
And I do hope that in the near future we see these kind of discussions really transcending into concrete actions and see the impacts around us, because just like you, I truly believe that India and all the countries in the world truly have the potential to become fitter, to become, more, provide more equal opportunities. And that being said, thank you so much for taking out your time and being with us here today, sir. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you.